Hello twin flames and welcome to day 3 of Separation Heals. So this series is blowing me away already, it's so powerful what's coming through from heaven for you. And for this series we're using the amazing Divine Feminine Confessions deck by the beautiful Bridget Rowe. So do go and check her channel out. I'm sure you're already subscribed to her, but go and give her a thumbs up on a video. She's just amazing. So let's do this then. So thank you all for being here, and if you are new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, join our family because we're here for you every day. So let's see what the angels want us to know today about separation. Thank you, angels. What guidance have you got for us? Thank you. Wow. Okay, we've got 4 cards coming out today. Every day is different. I never know what's going to come out. I just leave it to heaven. But this will be the message you need to hear right now. So the first card is, I know I probably seem crazy. I can't help it. My heart and my emotions are invested in you. So this is a sign to say to you, no, you're not crazy. And I spoke about this yesterday in day 2, okay? All our friends and family and people who don't get the journey think that you're crazy as a twin flame because it's unlike anything that they've ever experienced. So sometimes you can think yourself that you're going crazy, not only by what others say, but by the way you act and the way you feel. We've all acted a bit crazy on this journey. We've all stalked our twin flame on social media. We've all sent too many emails or text messages or Snapchats or messages on Facebook. We've all gone a bit over the top. We've all said strange things and silly things to our twin, and we've made a bit of a fool of ourselves, let's be honest, over this person. And we're thinking, why can that person get away with anything or everything when nobody else does? Because you are a warrior. And you put up barriers connected with other people or boundaries. So other people wouldn't even hurt you or treat you the way that, your twin, he or she does, because they wouldn't get away with it. And this is the message. I know I probably sound crazy or I seem crazy, but I can't help it. My heart and my emotions are invested in you. So you're invested in this connection. And you know what? That's okay. Even when it seems shaky, it feels like the camera's shaking a little bit there. So even when it seems a bit shaky, even when you don't understand why, the angels are saying to you, it's okay. You are not crazy. You are more sane now than you ever have been because you're understanding things on such a deep level. And it's okay to be invested. It's okay. And sometimes we feel crazy when we're invested in someone who doesn't seem to care, who's ignoring us or blocking us, or someone who's with someone else or too busy to contact you, to even send a message of hello. Someone who doesn't seem to care, maybe even says they don't care. But it's real by the way you feel, which is always real. So it's okay for you to invest this energy. It's okay for you to invest this emotion because you have a vision of the future. You understand the truth. You know that you are truly meant to be and that it will be forever because it's eternal love. When you ignore me, it feels like I'm being stabbed in the heart. Sometimes I know you're just busy and other times I know that you're running. So another thing, you're saying, I can't help it that my heart and my emotions are invested in you. And it probably seems crazy, especially when you're not giving me any attention or any energy or showing me that you care. And when you ignore me, Divine Masculine, it feels like I'm being stabbed in the heart. And it does feel like that. Separation feels like you're being stabbed in the heart. It feels like you can't go on. The pain is excruciating. The pain of being ignored, the pain of being ghosted or blocked, it's worse sometimes than physical pain. You feel it the same way. The same hormones are released when you're ignored than actually being, stabbed in the arm. It feels the same. You feel that same painful feeling. And it feels like you've been stabbed in the heart because your heart is open. And you've given your heart to this person. You've given it energetically or in the 3D realm. You've been giving your heart, your emotions. You've invested in this connection. You've given everything to this love, and then you've been ignored, and it feels like you've been stabbed in the heart. But the angels are saying to you, do you know what? It's okay, because your heart will heal. You will get stronger, and you are powerful enough to carry on. So when you get ignored, don't take it personally, because it's never about you, it's always about them. If they are ignoring you, it's because they are processing their feelings. And I've done videos on this in the Twin Flame archive to understand the journey in the playlist. Why they do what they do. When the divine masculine ignores or blocks or goes to divine feminine, it's because they need time to work things out. They're processing their emotions, the way they feel about you, but they're also processing their situation and how it's affected by you. So if they are in another situation, they can't be with you until they release themselves from that thing. And they know that. They're not silly or daft. They understand that. So they are trying in their own way to protect your heart. They're trying to protect themselves by running away. And you've said here, sometimes I know that you're just busy. Other times I know that you're running. So you understand that, sometimes they will be busy if they are not responding to you. They may be at work, they may have family issues, they may have children, they may be working on something else. Maybe they've gone to the shop, or they're eating the dinner, or they're watching a show. There will be reasons at times why the masculine does, wait a while until they contact the feminine. But other times that they're running because you feel it. You feel it energetically. You feel it. Sometimes before you get ignored, you just know. Sometimes you send a message and you think, oh, we shouldn't have sent it that way. It's going to trigger my twin, or it's going to create a block, and then you start going into panic mode and wishing you'd done it differently. Or maybe you even send a message to apologise for sending that message. The angel's saying, whoa, just breathe. There's no mistakes on this journey. There's only lessons that lead to blessings. There's no mistakes. You may feel you've made a mistake sending that message or doing that thing, but there's no mistakes, because everything you do grows you. It heals you. It helps you to understand. And you're learning patience. And now in this day and age, we are used to an automatic response. We put something on social media, we get likes, instantly. When you send a text, you can instantly get a reply, or, because we've got these communication devices that plug us into everyone. It wasn't always like that. Think back to years and years and years ago when there was no mobile phones, there wasn't even any phones, and people had to communicate by, telegrams or by letter. There was no internet, there was no email or any of these things. Think how patient those people had to be. When I was growing up, and when I was out on the town in the 90s, the best years of my life, in the 90s, then, we didn't have mobile phones then. So we knew that we had to meet our friends at the place we were going. And if they weren't there, they weren't there. There's nothing we could do about it. So it's about patience. In this day and age now, we've got into this lazy kind of mentality where we expect it all at the snap of our fingers. And we have to understand it's not always like that, especially in a twin flame love, because you can't put conditions on a twin flame love. So yes, your masculine could be busy, but they could also be processing their emotions, and they need time to do that. So the angels are saying to you, yes, it hurts when you get ignored, but try and take your mind off it. If they aren't responding to your message, or if they block you, try and breathe and do something for you. Work on yourself. And I learned that the hard way. After many, many blockings and many, many ignored messages and many, many things that perhaps I shouldn't have done. But it taught me so much about me. And it was me. I was craving energy. I was craving something outside of myself that was within me all along. And when you understand that, you realise that what you're really craving is your own love. You're craving love from heaven. You're craving power from yourself. love from yourself, and it comes from within. And happiness is an inside job. So everything that happens to you is neutral. It's how you see it that makes it good or bad. So you could have no response from a message, but you could see it as a good thing. That's great. He's thinking about it all. He's processing. That's a good thing. He needs time to work it out. Or you could say, oh, it's so bad. He doesn't care about me. He's with someone else. So you see the difference. You have to bring yourself into a place of peace by knowing that it's going to be okay. He will reach out again. She will contact you. Even if they block you, it's not over. It's just the beginning. I'm afraid that you'll laugh at me if I tell you everything that I'm holding back. So sometimes we get very afraid about speaking our truth, of being honest with them, about speaking our emotions, because we wonder if they'll laugh at us, especially when we're spiritual, because not everybody's ready to understand it. And the masculine sometimes get very overwhelmed with the divine feminine's light, but they would never laugh at you because they are you. And they would never really laugh at themselves, not in that way, So the angels are saying to you, it's okay to be you. So this is a card about being you. You don't have to hold back from being you, from being quirky or weird. Me and George have got the weirdest relationship that you could ever see. If you could be a fly on the wall, people would think, what? The things we say to each other, the quirky things we do, but it's our way. And it will be your way with your twin. And when you're in union, you'll have that beautiful, quirky love. But your masculine would never laugh at you, would never think you were weird. They may say it to you sometimes in anger or in fear or frustration, but they never truly mean it. So you don't have to not be you. So the message of this card is be you. I'm afraid that you'll laugh at me if I tell you everything I'm holding back. Sometimes you hold back the emotion, or you hold back the love or the intensity of it all, and you hold back the word twin flame. And the thing is, you don't have to wake up your twin or tell them anything, because the universe and the angels and the higher power do it for you. So you don't really even have to get involved. All you have to do is be you. And they love your authentic self, the silly parts of you and the serious parts of you. So always be you. You are an incredible man. Remember, this is masculine energy, so it's universal, You are an incredible person, man or woman. I am so grateful I got to meet you. So everything has triggered your spiritual awakening just like it's triggered theirs. And you're so grateful for each other. You really are. Your masculine may not be showing that to you in the 3D realm right now, but your twin is grateful for you, for opening them up to their truth of who they are, just like you're grateful for the intense love that you feel. Your twins opened you up to what love really is and who you really are and what you really need to heal. And that's what you teach each other along the way, that you are incredible. So you are incredible. You're saying to your person you are incredible, but you are too. Everything you're feeling for them is within you, because you're a part of each other, you're a part of yourselves. So you have to remember, when you're feeling that your divine masculine is incredible, it's the love coming from you, it's you that's incredible. When you're feeling love for them, it's the love you're feeling within you. Everything you give out comes from you. And if you weren't feeling all those things within you, you wouldn't be able to give them out, because what comes out of you is what's inside of you. The great late Wayne Dyer said, when you squeeze an orange juice comes out. Why? Because it's an orange. If you squeeze an orange, you can't get grapefruit juice or, carrot juice out of it, because it's an orange. And when you get squeezed, what comes out of you? What's coming out of you right now? Love. Because you're tuning in with this message and you're feeling that love. That's coming from you. That's what's inside of you. But when you get triggered or you go through pain, what comes out of you? Is it fear, negativity, doubt, anger, jealousy? And I talk about this in the Twin Flame archive. You can go and watch the video. During the journey into union through separation, through all the pain and all the things we go through. We move from the energy of the 7 deadly sins into the energy of the fruit of the Spirit. It's so beautiful because the 7 deadly sins, and I don't mean this in a religious way, think about it. Think about the way you feel sometimes when you get squeezed and you go through jealousy or envy. You go through pride, you go through vulnerability. You go through, lust and, all those feelings, but you also go through gluttony. You go through where you need things. You go through greed when you need constant attention from them. So you go through all these things. And then through those things, you learn to move into the energy of the fruit of the Spirit, which is patience and love and compassion and kindness and purity and understanding and empathy and all of the beautiful things. So when you get squeezed, you learn to wait until to respond. You no longer react, because you react with fear, but you respond with love. So you stop reacting and you start responding. And you start understanding. So the message coming through is that when you're grateful, be grateful for yourself. Everything you're giving out is coming from you. So you deserve your own love. You deserve your own gratitude. And everything you're feeling within you is also how they are feeling for you. It's never one-sided in a twin flame love. It's never unrequited. It's always felt both sides. And this is the message. So you're not crazy. So stop thinking it. I know I probably seem crazy. So that's a worry about what other people think. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. What matters is what you think and what you feel. And you can't help it anyway. You can't help your emotions, your feelings. You're invested in this love. You can't help it. You can't change it. It's part of you. And you don't want to feel like a fool. When you feel like a fool sometimes, when you're ignored or ghosted, or, you don't want to feel like a fool when you're talking about the way you love, but it's not foolish, it's loving. There's nothing bad in being vulnerable. Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. That's where the masculines go wrong. If they were just a bit more vulnerable, they'd understand the power of this love and how beautiful it is a long time before they open up to it. So Divine Feminine, you're in your power just by being you. So remember how incredible you are. You're not going crazy. You're not daft, you're not silly. The pain is real. So allow yourself to feel it, but don't live in it. Heal it by understanding that it's not you, it's them, to not take it personally, to do things for you. So the next time you get ignored or, that message doesn't get responded to, go and do something that gives you joy, something that makes you happy, or write down some gratitude and look for all the positive things about your twin that you love, like the fact that they are incredible, that they turn you on, that they open you up to love. Think about their smile that melts your heart and their voice that melts you, because they melt you. Their smile heals you and their voice melts you. So think about the good things. Don't think about the bad things, let them go. And know that you are loved, protected and safe, and all of heaven has got your back. And you are not alone. Everything you're feeling, I felt. Everything you're feeling has been experienced by someone on this channel. And you felt what they are going through and what I'm going through. We're all one. So remember that. Have compassion for everyone, especially yourself, and know your worth. You are loved, protected and safe. Have a great day, sending you so much love. And I'll see you soon.